Hello YouTubers. It's just so quiet without Andy now. So quiet. I know I watched some of these videos, the last one he made, and he was on about suicide. No, he didn't commit suicide. I found out exactly how he died. And it definitely wasn't suicide, and it definitely wasn't this COVID-19 virus. Because he never had that. He was scared to go into hospital because he didn't want to contract that. But wasn't that what he died of? I was right about an obstruction. The week after he died, I had I requested for a post-mortem, and I didn't find out till the Wednesday afterwards, because the Monday was bank holiday, and I told the doctor that it looked like a blockage, but the thing is, the doctor, he said something about it could have been a load of other things, and he was on a lot of morphine. They said it could have been that, could have had renal failure, and it was because he was malnourished. That was another factor, and but in the end of the day, it was an obstruction, and he had scarring and also adhesions in his small intestine. So I was right about the blockage, yeah. But I didn't know that he had pneumonia, and I was beating myself up, something chronic, you know, because the last thing that Andy said to me was to keep an eye on him, because he was going to go to sleep, and I was just so tired myself because of the my sleep pattern was alt pot, and I would sit at the computer watching something, and next thing you know, I'm up with a count, and I woke up, and he was laid there, yeah, and he was snoring, which I thought was snoring, yeah, and I seen his hand, right, go behind his head, grab his pillow, pull the pillow forward and put it back. So I assumed that alright, he's moved it, let's go and get comfortable. So what I thought was, right, I'll go in the living room, I'll fed the fish, turn out the lights, close the curtains and come back in. That would probably been about 5 minutes at the maximum. And I thought, oh right, and his stoma, because his stoma has a tendency to fill up with gas, and it was filled up with gas, and so I degassed him, and his hands, because he has an awful habit of putting his hands over his stoma bag, and his hands were so cold, I'd never felt anything like it. And I looked at Andy, and he had his eyes wide open, and I got hold of his sats meter, because he always gets me to check his sats. I tried putting it on his fingers, right, and it took a little while before it registered something, because he was still moving his hands, and he pulled it off a couple of times. And when it did settle in, it was really, his saturation levels were really low. At one point I actually thought that the machine wasn't working properly. It was 59, I think it was, and his heartbeat was 29, and I said to him, because I went over and I put my hands near his head, and there was no you know how you people look at you. He didn't look at me. He was just. And I said to Andy, I said, I'm going to phone an ambulance. And I explained to them, the ambulance, what was happening. And the ambulance crew were here in no time. I mean, I'd never seen them arrive so quickly. And they came in, because it was funny that there was actually 2 ambulance crews. I don't know why, but there was. And they did they put the machines and everything on him, their observation, observation equipment, and they got him onto the stretcher, and they got him into the back of the ambulance, because of this COVID-19 virus. Nobody's allowed to go in there, because the paramedic, she says to me, she says, the A&E crew, the A&E will phone you up and let you know what's happening. And the ambulance was outside for such a long time. And I was thinking to myself, why is it out there? Why isn't it gone? And one of the paramedic crew came back to the door, and she says to me, she said, I think you had better sit down, or something to that effect. And she told me that his heart stopped when they got him into the ambulance. His heart stopped, and they tried 25 minutes to resuscitate him, and he was just so weak, and he really was weak, that they couldn't do it. And I just broke down in tears. I really did. It was awful for me. It really was. And because Andy died in the ambulance, they took his body straight to the morgue, or the mortuary, and I had to go and identify his body on the Wednesday, because obviously he went straight there, and I had to go to identify his body, and that was heartbreaking, because like I say, I was just so cut up about feeling guilty, you know, that I didn't keep a close eye on him. But when I got the post-mortem results, even if he did go into hospital, because Andy refused to go into hospital, you see, he wasn't well over the weekend, he was vomiting, and that's why I wanted a post-mortem to find out why he was vomiting, what was causing that. And that's when the post-mortem results said he had an obstruction. Like I said, the doctor blamed everything else but it's great when you're writing, isn't it? But like I said, Andy had his funeral last week on Thursday. Yeah. But yeah, it's just so quiet in here without him. I know Sheba misses him. She does. And I don't know, she's not eating very well. She must be depressed like me. And that's the worst thing for me, is going down that route, you know, depressed. The problem is it'll happen. I mean, the past 2 weeks, it was just such a struggle for me. It really was a struggle. So panic set in. I'm actually, like I say, I'm actually on my own now, and I'm actually scared. I never felt when Andy was with me. Andy was there. He was my company. He was my best friend, my soulmate, and he's not here now, and I'm actually frightened, actually scared. And I think it'll take me a while to get over that feeling. I know people say it's lonely being on your own. It probably is lonely, but when you lose someone you've been with for 23 years, and all of a sudden they're not there, it's frightening, it's scary. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna go. But before I do, I'll try to keep Andy's channel open, yeah? Try to keep it going. There's no guarantees that I'll be making videos every day, right? Because I was looking at some of old Andy's videos, and it actually brought tears to my eyes. It really did. The one there where he stood up. He used the walking frame and stood up, and that was the first and last time that he did that, and that brought me to tears. That one brought me to tears, that video. And to see from 2018 right up to May, the amount of weight that he lost. He lost so much weight in the two and a half years. It's unbelievable. It's actually unbelievable. Somebody said that I was reading some comments on Facebook. Somebody said he was a true warrior, and he fought right up to the end. I know he made things awkward for people sometimes, but he fought right up to the end, and I couldn't do anything. In the end, I was there for him. But Andy did get his wish. There was a time when I asked him, well, I asked him a couple of times, yeah, that where would you like to die? At home or in hospital? And he says to me, he says, I would like to die at home. And he wasn't exactly in the house, but he died outside in the ambulance. So basically saying he did get his wish. He died at home. Yeah. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna go. Speak soon, and toodaloo for now.